President Biden's new FCC nominee is being hailed by the White House as a leading advocate for open, affordable, and democratic communications networks. But is that just code for media censor?
Here to react, Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, her name is Gigi Sohn. How petrified should every American be about her nomination?
Well, let's read back Gigi Sohn's own words. This is what she just had to say in 2020. Quote, "I believe that Fox News has had the most negative impact on our democracy. It's state-sponsored propaganda with few, if any, opposing viewpoints. Where's the hearing about that?" Sohn also questioned Sinclair Broadcasting's, quote, "fitness to be a broadcast licensee," unquote. In other words, she will go after the licenses of Fox News, of Sinclair, of anybody who disagrees with the Biden administration. Pyongyang couldn't draw it up any better. She cannot be confirmed because the FCC cannot be weaponized to squash free speech and viewpoints that the Biden administration just happens to disagree with. And it's up to moderate Democrats to ensure that does not happen. That hearing starts, I believe, about in a week or so. And we all should be paying attention to that because this could be Mr. Biden's most dangerous nominee yet.
Lindsey Graham agrees with you. He released a statement saying Gigi Sohn is a complete political ideologue who has disdain for conservatives. She would be a complete nightmare for the country when it comes to regulating the public airwaves. I will do everything in my power to convince colleagues on both sides of the aisle to reject this extreme nominee. But in this political climate, Joe, can somebody like Senator Lindsey Graham convince the other side of the aisle to agree with him?
It's very difficult, right? It won't take too many Democrats, though, to tip the scales, obviously, particularly when we're talking about a 50-50 Senate. So, again, you bring up the names, Manchin, Sinema, that's about it. But you would hope that they would say, all right, this is a bridge too far, and we have to put a stop to this because, again, this is somebody in Gigi Sohn who wants to stop what some people want to say on the airwaves, and that's not the role of the FCC.
I don't think she's going to be invited to Concha's Thanksgiving,
Twitter.
regardless of white meat.
It's always Twitter with these nominees that get them in trouble.
Meantime, John Durham has nuked the Steele dossier credibility, but news outlets that pushed it are not rushing to issue corrections. Joe, this is the pattern. Report something that isn't true and then not walk it back. How dangerous is that when the press doesn't do its job and then reports it to the masses?
What's the old saying that a lie can go halfway around the world before the truth can get its pants on? And now with social media, a lie can go 1 billion times around the world before the truth can get its pants on. Well, now the truth has its pants on, and we're seeing now through these Durham indictments that the farcical Steele dossier is exactly that. It's farcical. Yet here you had other news organizations win Pulitzer Prizes based on their reporting on Russia collusion while leaning heavily on said dossier, presenting it as gospel. And kudos to Morgan Ortagus, who was on The View yesterday, for actually being somebody who challenges Adam Schiff, who broadcast the dossier more than anybody on his claims that he had hard evidence of Russia collusion with Trump. Because remember, it was Schiff who read that juicy, obviously farcical, again, parts of the Steele dossier, which was completely unverified at the time, into the congressional record. He would then go on MSNBC and CNN and tout everything within the dossier.
Right.
And now he is writing a book. He is on a book tour. He's a best-selling author because of what was in that dossier, which was all BS. And that tells you where we are as far as a country right now, where Adam Schiff is a guy that's basically being hoisted up like Rudy at the end of at the end of that great movie about Notre Dame football. That's who he is at this point. A guy who pushes a lie and gets rewarded for it, guys.
All right, Joe Concha, thank you so much for joining us early this morning. And you were on Henry's show late last night, so we appreciate it.
That's right. You got the Rudy reference because that's a 1993 movie, I believe, and you weren't even born yet.
Yeah,
so
I am
that's
a human
kinda cool.
being that walks this planet, though, Joe. Thank you.